What's up? What's up, my favorite entrepreneurs? How are you doing tonight? I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, I've got some hacks. I should be careful. People think I'm a hacker. So I want you to let me know where you are tuning in from because I want to know, as always, what is your weather like where you are? I love to see where everyone is tuning in from. It just makes my heart smile. It makes my heart smile. Hello, hello. So I am streaming today into a couple different places because I've got such great information. Now I'm getting a link for you. Okay, so if you can get two devices, you can do this with me at the exact same time. So if you can watch me on a computer or tablet and then use your phone, you're going to be able to see what I'm talking about, and you can actually do it with me. Okay, so let me know if you have two devices. I think this will be helpful to you so you can start editing at the exact same time. Like, this is going to blow your mind what I am going to teach you, seriously, because guys, you are missing out on opportunity on Facebook, seriously, because the way you're showing up, people are nosy. Touch your nose. People are nosy. They want to know about you, okay? And when you're in groups, what do people do? They click on your profile. And what do they see? Blankety blank, blank, blank. It is blank. They know nothing. Then they have to click on another button to find out about you. Do you want to get more leads from Facebook? Yes or no? Tell me, tell me, tell me. Do you want strategic leads? Do you want to get in front of people who are excited about the products or services that you have? Let me know, yes or no. Okay, tell me when you're ready. Do you have two devices so we can do it at the exact same time? Or guess what? You can always come back and do it later, okay? Or do it later. So this is really exciting what I'm going to show you. So are you ready? Okay, so first I want to ask you something. So could you just go into a group, okay? So go, maybe keep me on here, but if you went into a group, right? Maybe it's like, who's your ideal client? Maybe your ideal client is like mom, right? So maybe you go into a mom's group and just click on one of the people that you're interested in chatting with about your product or service. And what does it say? Does it say where they live? Does it say what they do? Does it give any links? Probably not, because most people don't know about this hack. So what I did was really quick. It's like not super professional or any extra stuff, but I just took pictures, screenshots from my cell phone so I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. And I just put it on Canva. So I'm going to show you my screen and you're going to be like, shut up, crazy blonde lady. I had no idea that I could do this. I know you're going to be so excited. So what I'm going to have you do is there's actually two profiles. Type the number 2 on Facebook. I mean, seriously, there's two profiles. Did you know that? There's two profiles for Facebook. So you have your group profile, okay? And then you have your regular, your main, what do you call it? The main thing, your main profile, okay? So what you want to do is edit your group profile. So now I have, like, as always, I have a million tabs open. So I'm sorry, could go into Canva and see where it is. Okay. So here we go. Let me just name it because I'll never be able to find it again because it's called Untitled Presentation. Okay, so hold on. Guys, bear with me one sec. Like, this is so good. You're going to love me. You're going to want to send me chocolate. Oh my gosh. Facebook group profile. Okay, so I'm going to teach you two things tonight. Okay. All right. Are you ready? All right. Let me share my screen. I lost you guys. All right. I'm so sorry. Here we go. Share my screen. Here it is. Okay. So, like I said, if you have two devices, it's going to be easier for you. Hold on a minute. I'm so sorry. Okay. Wait. Where is it? Okay. So here we go. So if you were to go to someone's profile, this is what you would see. Just nothing. It would just be blank, blankety blank, like I said. So it would say my name. So I went into one of my own personal groups. I went into my sales school. I didn't even do this in sales school. What? So I've been trying to be very conscious. Every time I join a group and I'm accepted, I go in and I edit my profile. Okay. This is super important. Okay. So you see this? This is what you would see. Nothing under bio. It would just be blank. You wouldn't know where I live. You wouldn't know my links to my page. You wouldn't know where I used to live. You wouldn't know things that give us that human connection where you could be like, shut up. She lived in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Oh my gosh. I love to go to her. She always passed Harrisburg. I want to connect with this mom. Right? So what happens is people go into groups and they're like, oh, this person seems like really nice. I want to connect with them. Sorry about my lighting. I'm redoing my studio, guys. So bear with me for a couple days. So they click on their profile and they see nothing. And then they got to go to main profile. And then they see, oh, she's in Fargo. Is that North Dakota? And she has a link to her business page. Oh, no, she uses bad language. I don't want to be friends with her. Or what? We both sell hair products. Oh, I really want to meet her. You get what I'm saying? Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to go into this profile. This is your group profile. This is going to make you a lot of money. Okay. So you're going to go in there and what you're going to do is you're going to hit the check boxes. So lives in Washington, D.C., from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, entrepreneur at Erica V. That is my business. So I want them to see it. Okay. So then this is what it's going to look like once you do it. Okay. So I typed in so they can learn about me. Okay. So I typed in, I teach entrepreneurs. So this is in my sales school. Okay. So when they click on it to remember who I am. So my sales school, this is only the profile for my sales school. You will not see this anywhere else. Okay. So I said, now you only have 150 characters. I teach, which just be entrepreneurs, how to grow a business and make sales fast. Have you signed up for surveys to sell and claimed your month of group coaching free? So you can put a little promo in there. How stinking smart is this, right? Okay. So then I checked off, I live in Washington, D.C., checked off I'm from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and I checked off my profile. Okay. So how do you find it? Stacey wants to know. You go to a group that you're in and click on your circle on your face and it'll pop up and it'll say group profile. Okay. So it'll look like the first one that I showed you. It'll look like that. So let me go back. Okay. So it'll look just this. It'll be blank. Okay. It'll be blank. And then it'll say like show public details. It'll say bio. There'll be nothing there. And it's called your group profile. Okay. Now I want you guys to pay attention to the very bottom of this. Okay. What does it say? All right, hold on. Where'd I go? Where am I? Okay. On the very bottom, it says changes will not affect your main profile. Okay. So it says changes you make here will affect how you appear in Simply Sales School, but not on your main Facebook profile. So the reason I'm asking you to do this on your phone is because all these options pop up on your phone only. When you go and you try to edit your profile, your group profile on your laptop, it says something different and you want this detail. Okay. Of course, when I'm in other groups, I want them to know how to get to my page, right? Now, let's talk about this for a minute, okay? So you need to be so strategic. Okay, so I'm just saying moms for a minute, okay? So let's say that you are in the moms group. So I actually live in Maryland, so I'm in Germantown, Maryland. So maybe I'm in the Germantown, Maryland moms group. And let's say for pretend that I sell a health product that helps busy moms, right? So what would my bio be for only the moms group? It would say, I help busy moms gain more energy, right? And sleep better. That would be all. And then I would have the link that goes to my business page, right? Where they can learn about my my business group, right? Or they could, book a call with me, or they could fill out a survey, something where I could capture their information. Okay, so that might be a little bit much for y'all tonight, but just focus on this. I want you to go to the groups that you are in where you're going to be meeting people who you know are your ideal client and you'd love for them to know without saying it, right? Okay, because we don't want to go into a mom's group and start blasting everyone because they're going to be like, what the heck? We're here to talk about our toddlers and our husbands, okay? But if you are commenting in that group and you're giving good value or just being kind to people, they are going to be nosy like Mrs. Kravitz, touch your nose, and they're going to click on your little circle and they're going to be like, holy crap, she's got a product that I want to know about. Let me check her out. So this is just like a way that you can be getting leads on the down low, I guess you would say, right? When you're not really trying. Okay. So what do I teach you? What's the number one step in the blessing method? It's attract, right? It's attract people to you. Okay. So are y'all with me? Does this make sense? Stacy, were you able to find what I'm talking about? Okay. So now you edit it per the group that is in there that you're talking to. So now let's say that you are in a business group. Okay. Now, are you going to say, let's say we're still selling the same product. Are you going to say, I help busy moms? No, right? Because you're not going to talk to only moms, right? So now you're in the business group, right? And what do you say? I help busy entrepreneurs, right? Gain more energy, save time, and maybe you help them to make more money, right? So maybe that you have a business model where they can join you and make more money. Or maybe there's like for me, for my programs, do y'all know that you can become affiliates for me? And if you love me, you can tell people about me and you get paid. So I have an affiliate program. I have an Erica V Online affiliate program. So maybe you do too. So you can say and help make extra money. So now they've seen you showing up in the business group and you're giving great value. And they're like, wow, she or he knows what they're talking about. Let me click on their little profile circle. And bam, they're like, what? Oh my goodness, the heavens opened up. You fell down, you angel, you. I'm so excited. Boom, I click on your business page. What? Oh, yes, this is what I'm seeking. Okay, this is what I'm seeking. Do y'all love this? Is this a goody gumdrops here? Okay. All right, so I guess that was all I was sharing on that one. Let me get back to you guys. Oh no, where'd I go? Okay, thought I hung up on you. Okay, I'm sorry, my coloring looks like a grayish color. Sorry about that. Okay, you want to hear a funny story before I tell you the next one? I'm actually going to go tell this story on my regular page, but so I have lipstick on. It's pink, okay? And I was on a Zoom tonight, right? And I got on and my lips were like a pumpkin orange, okay? Don't leave me yet. I've got one more thing, but I just want to tell you this funny story. And I'm like, oh my gosh, why does my lipstick look like a pumpkin? It must be the lighting because I'm rearranging my studio. So I turned the camera off. I went to the bathroom. I wipe it off. I come back on and it's still like that. My child, she put the fake makeup on me for my Zoom and I couldn't get it off. I was horrified. Can you imagine? It was like, anyway, it got fixed, but that was my funny story. Okay. So anyway, the next thing I want to talk to you about, this is super, super important. Okay. Do you have a Facebook group? Yes or no? Yes or no? Do you have a Facebook group? Do you have a Facebook group for your products? Do you have a Facebook group for your service? Do you have a Facebook group for people to come and hang out? So maybe you sell office supplies, okay? But you don't have a group specifically to buy, scissors and pens and stuff like that. Instead, maybe you have a Facebook group for business owners, right? Or maybe you have a Facebook group for teachers, right? So what kind of Facebook group do you have? Okay, Stacy, will you play with me, please? Stacy has a VIP group. Let me ask you this question, Stacy, please. So who can join your VIP group? Is there criteria? Like, if I've never purchased from you before, can I join your VIP group to learn about you? Or do I need to become your customer first? Or how can I get into your VIP group? Can you share that with me? And then I'm going to give you some tips since you're here live with me. See, it pays to be live. You get customized tips, right? Okay, so tell me about that, all right? So a lot of people have VIP groups, or maybe they have groups where they're talking about a specific subject because they want their ideal clients in front of them. So maybe you have a scrapbooking business, so you have a scrapbooking group, right? So let's see. Stacy answered me. We're doing some live teaching. Woo woo, my favorite thing. Okay, I allow someone who is not a consultant and seeking a consultant to join. Okay, so anyone who is not already, it sounds like you have a specific brand that you are representing. So you allow anyone, okay, who is not already selling your products and does not have one to join. Okay, so now maybe this will affect you, maybe this won't. So I want to give you guys a tip. Sometimes we have those questions, right? So when someone's going to join a group, there's a series of questions. So maybe, Stacy, do you have some questions that say, do you have a blank consultant, or are you a blank consultant? what is your email address? Okay. So sometimes we take time and we put these questions in there, right? And then someone comes to join our group and we're like, oh man, they just gave me their email. Let me just write that down real quick on this piece of paper. Oh, you know what? Can't find a piece of paper. I'm gonna write it on this receipt. I'm gonna put it over here. Oh God, the dog just took the receipt. I don't have a dog. I'm just pretending, right? And now I don't have their email address. Or maybe you've been very good and you've got your notebook and you've been writing down everyone's email address. Oh, but what are you gonna do with all these email addresses? Like, like, do you know who they go to? It's such a pain, not consistent. Maybe sometimes they don't give their email address. So then you're like, well, I'm just going to let them in anyway, because I hope they love me and they buy from me. Can anyone relate to what I'm talking about? Or was I the only one? Like, we're friends, right? Be real with me. Tell me what's going on. Okay. So when somebody comes to your Facebook group, in my opinion, we have to be strategic, right? So I am streaming this today. So you could be watching this on YouTube, right? You could be watching this in my Facebook page, or maybe you made it into my group, my Business Talk for Sales group, okay? So if you have not gone into Business Talk for Sales, go ahead over there when we're done and you will see a series of questions, okay? So what used to happen was, like I just told you, the receipt, the piece of paper, I'll get it another time, whatever. I wasn't exactly sure why I was asking for their email address, but everyone did it. So I figured I should probably do it because it means that they want to be a part of my group. Until one day I met this man. And so it sounds like a romance going on. It's not. Okay, so I met this man and he told me about this product, right? And he's like, that when you are having people come into your group, you should ask them for their email and let them know that you email out occasionally. And you should be collecting their email address because you do not own Facebook. Facebook could poof. Wouldn't it be cool if I had sound effects? Just disappear one day. And I'm like, whatever. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Let me tell you what happened the next day. Okay. So imagine you've got all these people in your Facebook group, those VIPs who haven't bought from you yet, or people maybe who did buy from you, but it has been a while and you're not sure if you have their correct email or anything like that. Okay. So I thought, Facebook's not going anywhere. Nothing will happen. I don't really need to have a backup list or a way to connect with people. So then the very next day, I have a YouTube channel. Okay. And guess what happened? YouTube shut me down. And if you know me, I never talk politics. They shut me down and they said it was political. For 24 hours, I had no access to my YouTube channel. Well, guess what? That was an eye-opener. I thought, oh my gracious, what happens if that happens to Facebook? Now, YouTube sent me an apology and they're like, so sorry, we made a mistake. Boop, it's turned back on. I was like, okay, I got it. You didn't have to whack me in the head. I need a backup plan. Number one, if it's nothing except for a backup plan, utilize it. Okay. Number two, you should be marketing to people off of Facebook. And that's what I do teach, right? Off of social media, because not everyone checks Messenger. For the past week and a half, my Messenger has not been working. What if that was the only way that I could reach people? Number two, number three, whatever I'm on. 25, number 25. When the people are joining your group, don't you really want to know what they're interested in? Because I know I do. So I do ask questions, but I can't write all this down, right? So what I have is this great little thing, and it's called a Chrome extension. It's just this little square, and it sits right in the upper right-hand corner above my little face, or next to my face for Google. Okay. And you know what happens? Every time someone answers the questions to join my group, do you know what this little square does? It puts them on a Google Sheet for me. It sure does. It puts them on a Google Sheet and it keeps a list of them. Okay. So now I know, so-and-so is a business owner. So-and-so is looking to start a business. So-and-so did not want to give me their email address. Okay. Maybe they're just testing the waters out. Now, many times I will not let anyone into my group if they do not provide an email address because I'm very strategic about who I want in my space. Let me tell you, there's times in a week where I will say no to hundreds of people, right? Because I only want specific entrepreneurs in my group who are willing to answer some questions. If you don't want to answer the questions to be in my space where I give you free training and I allow you to be a guest speaker, I allow you to be part of my audience because I want to help you and help you to grow your business, well, then I'm so sorry. I cannot let you in my group. Okay? Because guys, you want to know what? It can't be about quantity. It has to be about quality. So if your only goal is to grow your group to, let's say, 5,000, and you don't care who's in there, it could be somebody's dog. They put a profile picture of their dog. It's the dog. It's not even a real person. Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, Goofy, Really, you want to have quantity. I'd much rather be in a group with someone who had less people, but they were quality people. Think about that, okay? Think about who you are allowing into your space. It should be people who are your ideal client, right? It should be people that you have things in common with, right? Okay, so this is what goes down. So you answer the questions, right? In my little Chrome extensions on there, okay? I wrote the questions, so I know exactly what it says. Okay, so they either have to agree or whatever. So I let them in and I can say, accept. I accepted you into my group. And do you know what happens automatically? You get a message in Messenger, and I wrote it one time. It just keeps repeating, and it says, like, I've accepted you into the group. This is what I do. I offer you a free 15-minute business chit chat. Here's the link to the group. Please invite your friends. Why is it important to give them the link? Because they probably don't even remember that they wanted to be a part of your group, right? And if you're asking them to share the link with their friends, wouldn't it be better if they had it right in front of them? Okay. So I accepted them. They go on my sheet as someone who's now in my group. Now, if I decline them, boop, a little button. It says, I'm so sorry. You asked to join Business Talk for Sales, but you missed answering some questions. Here's the link. Please, I think it says, like, please fill it out and I will let you in. Or I don't remember. I wrote it so long ago. Okay. So then they're like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Or they're like, my phone died. Or the majority of the people will say something, but there's people who won't. And then I think, oh, maybe they were just like spammy people and I don't want them in my group anyway. Right. Okay. So that's how it goes down. So it's all on a Google Sheet. Are you familiar with a Google Sheet? It's free. You do not have to have Excel, and it keeps a list. So if you've taken my surveys to sell course or any of my courses, you know that I'm a sales strategist and I never want to lose out on an opportunity. If you are doing the write it down on a receipt method, if you're writing it down on a piece of paper, you're losing out on opportunity. How can you possibly remember who you want to connect with? There's absolutely no way that you can do that, right? Okay. So I never want to lose out on opportunity. So my list, it puts it all in Google Sheets and then I color code it. I really want to get to know everyone that's in my group. So that's why I do the 15-minute chats, right? So I color code it when we've had a little chat. So I know who doesn't want to chat with me? Who haven't I been able to reach, right? Who can I really help in this moment? They're there. They're in my group because they want help with business or they want to promote their business. So let's see. Let me invite them to talk on Wednesdays, right? So do you understand? Your business can run like a machine. Now, don't get caught up in the tech and think this is so crazy. I can help you to set this up. Number one. Number two, it takes it a step further. Okay. So, I'm the queen of automation and keeping it simple. So what happens? So it goes onto my Google Sheet. Boom, they go into my email. Boom, they get an email from me welcoming them to my group. I'm playing with my kids or doing laundry or something. All this is happening in the background. Do you have a business that runs like a machine? Do you have a business that just keeps going when you're not working? I believe, especially if COVID hasn't taught us anything, is that life changes in an instant. You could get sick. Somebody could get sick. And just should your business stop? Stop? No. Your business should keep running. Isn't that why you're an entrepreneur? Right? So you can make money when you're not working. But if there's people who want to come into your group and you're just letting them in, and you have no way of knowing what they're interested in, you have no way of connecting with them off of Facebook, you're losing out on money. This is something that's so simple, right? And in my opinion, it's easy, right? But I would love for you to utilize these tools, okay? So if you're interested in the one that I use, let me see, hold on. I'm gonna put it in the little chat here. Actually, I don't know, will it show up? Let me see. Oh, it won't let me see. All right, so this is what I use, okay? It's called Group Leads, and that's my little link. I'll make a few bucks if you use my link. If you don't want me to make a few bucks, then don't use my link, okay? Whatever, just do something. Oh, okay, it's telling me I gotta wait a minute and try again. So I'll post it afterwards. Or if you're in Business Talk for Sales, go to hashtag links. So if you search in the search bar and go to hashtag links, you'll see all my favorite things that I use. But if you are not utilizing something like Group Leads and capturing people's information, what are you doing? Why do you have 5,000 people in your group? Why do you have 200 people in your group? If you're like Stacy and you're allowing anybody to come in your group as long as they don't have, a representative already or they're not one, what are you doing with their information? How are you following up with them? How are you scheduling, their chat? How are you making sure that they know what products that, they should be using? So here's a scenario. This is what I would do, Stacy. So I would have the group leads capture the information, and then I would reach back out to them with my strategic survey, find out exactly what they need. I'd schedule an appointment and I would solve their problem. So you'll be making money right then and there. I'd get my 5 strategic referrals and I'd find out if they want to join my business, if that's the kind of model that you have. And that's how I would do it. And it works. It's very fast, as you can see. Very, very fast. Okay. So I hope that this was helpful. If you got something out of this, please go to my YouTube channel and comment, right? And I'm trying to build that channel up. I would appreciate it. Go to my business page and say something or invite someone into my Business Talk for Sales group. I really appreciate it. So go to Group Leads, test it out. I think it's is it 2 weeks free? I can't remember. I've had it for so long, but it's so important, honestly. If you're in business, I feel like if people want to be in your space, don't you owe it to them to serve them, right? I hope this was helpful. I've got a busy week planned for all of you. Lots of great tips. So I have a Zoom coming up. I will post all about that so I can invite you guys to come and have some training with me, and can't wait to see you. Bye. I'll make sure I don't have pumpkin lips for my Zoom.